If we map out the entire timeline of human existence, we find a massive blind spot. Over 99% of our time on Earth occurred before the invention of writing, leaving us with no written records of how our ancestors lived. To understand this era, we rely on the physical evidence buried in the Earth, the biological remains of our ancestors, and the tools they left behind. Our earliest ancestors evolved on the African savanna, an environment defined by rapid and hostile shifts in climate. Without the natural speed or claws of the predators around them, their survival was precarious. Then, roughly 3.3 million years ago, a specific ancestor began deliberately fracturing rocks to create sharp edges. Anthropologists define this Palaeolithic hand axe as an extracorporeal limb. It functioned as a technological extension of the body, allowing the human hand to slice, scrape, and smash with a force that biological evolution alone could not provide. Mastering these stone edges allowed Homo erectus to extract far more calories from their environment. This reliable energy supply supported their survival and fueled their eventual migration across Asia and Europe. These artifacts represent a shift in the human story. Instead of merely adapting to the world as they found it, our ancestors began modifying their surroundings to meet their needs. Roughly 12,000 years ago, the Earth's climate warmed. As massive ice sheets retreated, forests and grasslands expanded into the newly thawed landscapes. These new environments offered such a wide variety of wild grains and game that humans no longer needed to follow seasonal migrations to find food. This ushered in the Neolithic period, where humans moved from gathering wild resources to the intentional domestication of plants and animals. By controlling the production of their food, these early farmers created a consistent surplus. This chart illustrates the economic result. As agricultural yields rose, the time required for daily survival dropped, and millions of human labor hours were suddenly freed up for other tasks. This surplus ended millions of years of nomadic movement, providing the stationary foundation required to build permanent, complex societies. Specialized roles emerged within these settled communities. Labor was redirected toward mastering metallurgy, extracting copper and tin to produce the bronze tools that defined a new age. This social complexity concentrated in the fertile river valleys of the Old World, most notably in Mesopotamia and the Sindhu-Sarasvatī basins. In the Indus Valley, the Harappans applied their labor to massive water management projects. At Lothal, they constructed brick-lined channels and dockyards, demonstrating a sophisticated grasp of civil engineering. While their physical engineering is visible today, their administrative systems remain a mystery. The pictographic script found on Harappan seals has never been deciphered, leaving their written records unread. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians organized their labor differently. They built massive, stepped pyramid-shaped temples called ziggurats, which served as both religious centers and royal storehouses for the city's grain. Sumerian technology also expanded into mathematics and logistics. They invented the wheeled cart for transport and a base 60 counting system to accurately measure agricultural fields and track time. In these megacities, technology encompasses more than just physical tools. It includes the design of irrigation networks and the abstract mathematical systems needed to organize millions of people. As empires like Akkadian and Babylonia expanded, they reached a logistical breaking point. The human brain could not accurately remember the immense volumes of trade, taxation, and resources required to run a centralized state. To manage this information, they developed writing. By pressing wedge-shaped marks into clay, they created cuneiform, a technology that allowed them to record data outside the human mind. The Babylonians expanded this tool into the realm of law. Under King Hammurabi, they carved hundreds of civil regulations into tall stone pillars, establishing a standardized code of conduct across the entire empire. Because we can decipher these Mesopotamian scripts, we can listen to their voices directly. This invention marks the boundary line of recorded history. From a chipped stone hand axe to a written legal code, our tools have changed radically. Yet the core drive to engineer systems, manage resources, and organize society remains the same blueprint we use today.